Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Holy smokes. Sixers season starts tomorrow, Tuesday, against the Celtics. I want to talk about kind of just what I think the season's going to go like, some names to look at for the Sixers roster. I don't know. I have no notes in front of me. I just took a shower and I thought, why not make a video, dude? It's been over a month. If you haven't, because you haven't, and I'm mad at everyone that's watching this video currently, watched my stand-up, go watch it. I just posted it today. It has like 8 views in an hour. So I just want to let everyone know that I'm disappointed in you. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, which is something I heard a lot as a kid. Let's get in the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I mean, now it's coming back, Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to live stream with DJ and Romp. I haven't talked to him yet, but I'm sure we're going to get into it somehow. I'm off, which is huge. We love having off days on Sixers games, and I might go to the Sixers for opening night on Thursday. We'll see. But let's get into the video. Let's talk about it. I want to start off by saying that I think the Philadelphia 76ers are going to be a top 2 team in the Eastern Conference this year. I think they are very, very legit. I think they are very, very legit. I think there's a lot going on in Philadelphia that has been underreported and undersaid. I think the addition of PJ Tucker is, though, a 3-year contract. I think it's all for this season. We're not signing PJ for the 2025 season. We're signing him for this year, right? And I think he's going to bring a toughness and an edge to the Sixers team that we've been dearly missing over Embiid's tenure. And Embiid came out last offseason, basically when the season ended, and was like, we need to go out and get a PJ Tucker-like guy. And instead of getting a PJ Tucker-like guy, we went out and got PJ Tucker, which is huge. I think the front office really showed a lot to Embiid, saying, we're going to do what you need to win, whatever it needs to do. We're going to do what you need to do. And I think it's huge. The DeAnthony Melton acquisition is massive, though I would have loved to see the Sixers somehow manage to get Tari Eason in the draft. I think this DeAnthony Melton addition is huge. He's another guy who has a big edge to him. He's a dog, but he shoots the 3 ball really, really well, and I think he's going to be very good off of the bench. He's a guy who can create his own shot if we really, really need him to. He's not a great dribbler, but he's somebody that's going to be good enough for the most part, and I think defensively he is elite. At a guard position. So it's just another guy the Sixers are going to have to be able to utilize in the playoffs that we just haven't had. He's not a one-dimensional guy. He's a guy who can hit around 40% from 3, but also play, very, very, very elite defense. And we haven't had guys that can do both in a while. Melton's also a freak athlete. He's a guy who can run transition very well. He's a guy who finishes around the rim at a high level. For being as small as he is. He plays above his height for sure. And I love him. I think he's going to be a guy that a lot of people in the city of Philadelphia are going to fall in love with because of the way he plays and the way he kind of really embodies the city of Philadelphia. So I'm looking forward to DeAnthony. He's probably going to be the next jersey I cop for the wall. I'm just going to let everyone know. It's going to be up there. If you want to, buy me a jersey, that'd be sweet. Hit my Venmo. It's just my name. Same as the YouTube guys. But also, Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell is a cool addition. I really like that. And I just think the Sixers in general are going to be very, very good. I think this team is built to have a very good regular season, especially given the teams around them have had weird off seasons. The Charlotte Hornets, they have too many players getting arrested for killing people or hitting people or whatever the hell is going on in Charlotte. They're not even really a team to be watching out for, but I just think it's ironic how like 60% of their roster is now in jail from last season. Not a good number. That's not a good number. They're tanking, clearly. But the Boston Celtics, Ime Udoka, their coach, is too busy banging staff members, so that's not going to look good. I mean, he's suspended for the entire season. That's tough. When there's a drama-filled offseason, it's very, very difficult to come back that season and perform at a high level, especially given the fact that I think the Celtics overachieved last year. I do not think they were supposed to be a finals team. Their defense was great. They were a great team, sure, but the Bucks were much, much better. They just had injuries, which leads into this year. I think Philly is going to be better than Boston. I think Philly is going to be better than Miami. I think Miami is going to have a very, very, not very bad season because it's Miami and their culture, and they always do better than I think they should because I hate them. But I don't think they're going to have a good season this year. I think a lot of their guys, they just didn't have a good offseason. They lost PJ, and that's a culture change, and I just don't think Jimmy Butler's that guy. Kyle Lowry's Definitely not. I mean, he's getting older. Jimmy's a great playoff performer, but I just don't know how much he has left in him of carrying a team. He's not a number one option on a championship winning team. And Kyle Lowry is a guy who just does not look good right now, and that contract does not look good. They just gave Tyler Hero the bag. That's a huge uh, risk on a guy who is a very big negative on the defensive end. So we're going to see how it works out for Miami. I think Miami's going to be closer to like a 5 and a 6 seed this year than they are to a 1 and 2. The one team that the Sixers obviously have to worry about is Milwaukee. But the thing with the Bucks this year, Middleton's already going to be missing the first couple of weeks because of an injury, and that just isn't very good. I think when Milwaukee has Drew, Giannis, and Chris Middleton out there at the same time, I think they're probably the best team in the Eastern Conference because they've been there, they've done that, they've won championships together. That core is something that shows that it works, but they just have not been healthy since their championship run. And that's going to be very, very difficult for Milwaukee to at least be a number one seed in the Eastern Conference. And I think there is a very, very strong chance that Philadelphia can pull out with a 1 seed. Brooklyn, I just don't see how a team where the number one player was like, it's either me or the head coach, comes back and the team succeeds. I mean, KD, Kyrie are the most talented duo in the NBA, but it just has not shown to work since acquiring them both 2 years ago. And I just don't think Brooklyn has cohesion. I don't think the chemistry is there. And the fact that Ben Simmons is on that team and looking equally as bad as he always has in Philadelphia, I just don't think anything's going to change with him. And I just don't see the fit, especially if Brooklyn decides to roll out a starting lineup of Ben Simmons and Nick Claxton with Joe Harris, Kyrie, and KD. From the bottom of my heart, Brooklyn do not understand why, in what world you think it's a good idea to put Nick Claxton and Ben Simmons out together on the court at the same time. I mean, you're destroying your own half-court offense. It's terrible. Ben Simmons has been not good. He had one very, very good game against Milwaukee in the preseason, but outside of that, he has been the same old same that he's always been in Philadelphia, and that's underwhelming, underachieving, and a bitch. So I just don't see Brooklyn being very, very good. But also, I mean, they're a wild card. They had the chance to put it together because they have the two most talented guys in the entire NBA. That's the crazy part about the East. And then you look at teams like Atlanta. I think Atlanta is going to be good. I think they're going to be better than Miami this year. I think they should be if all goes well. Because, I mean, they showed 2 years ago that they had, Eastern Conference Finals run in them. They also showed this offseason getting DeJounte Murray was a huge acquisition. I love DeJounte. He's one of my favorite dudes in the NBA. And with DeJounte and Trae Young out there, I think that backcourt is incredibly talented. And I think DeJounte can really lighten the load on Trae Young's ball handling because I think Trae Young does way too much, and I just don't think Trae Young is that guy either. John Collins, he can come out and have a good season. I think Atlanta's deep, but I don't think they're a top 3 seed. I just think that Philadelphia truly has the chance to be the best team in the Eastern Conference. I think they have a chance to have the best record in the NBA. I don't want to go that far because whenever I have high expectations for a team in Philadelphia, they always suck. But I think Philadelphia with James Harden coming back healthier, definitely healthier than he was last year. We don't need 25 a game, but if he gives us, 20 on efficient shot making and 10 assists, it's going to be huge. And if he can just spot up and shoot like a smart person, if he can catch the ball and just shoot the ball without doing his weird 8-second isolation basketball, catch and shoot. That's all we need from James Harden. And I would really, really love to see him work in the mid-range. I think if he finds a way to live in the mid-range, I think James Harden is going to be a guy who can kind of transcend his career trajectory right now. I said that on Twitter a little while ago. I think if Harden lives in the mid-range, it can completely change the outlook to him right now because I think he would become, again, an elite scorer. I just don't know if he has that in him and because it's never really been a part of his game, but I think he needs to learn to shoot a goddamn elbow jump shot. Embiid, I think, is going to come out and win the MVP this year. That's going to be my prediction. The narrative is literally begging him to come out and win it. I think the only competition he has is Giannis because I think if Milwaukee for the first 3 weeks without Chris Middleton come out and have the best record in the NBA, Giannis is going to probably be putting up like 2K numbers. So it's either going to be Giannis or Embiid. I don't think Luka is going to do it this year. I already think he had his run in him last playoffs, and Jokic is no shot. And I don't see anyone else right now, unless maybe Kawhi can stay healthy. I really don't see other players jumping into that mix right now. So I think Embiid wins the MVP. I think Embiid's going to come out and put up another possible scoring title season, which would be huge, which would be nice. But we also don't really need it because I think Tyrese Maxey is a guy who has a chance to be most improved this year. I think he's a guy who has a chance to be an all-star this year because, God, Tyrese Maxey is the X factor to the Sixers team. I think if the Sixers want to make a deep playoff run, we need to kind of run through Tyrese at times rather than Harden, rather than Embiid. I really, really love the idea of giving Tyrese Maxey the ball in the fourth quarter and being like, yo, brother, go out and get us a bucket, because I just think Tyrese is going to be that guy for the Sixers for the next 10 seasons. And I think he possibly might be maybe, already there. And if Tyrese is already there, I think the Sixers team is ready to make a finals run. I know 3 weeks from now, I'm probably going to be like, I hate this team. I hate my life. I hate being a Philadelphia sports fan. I am nothing but upset because Kork Maz is probably going out there for 23 minutes a night, and Doc Rivers is an idiot. But until then, I believe the Sixers team is going to be very, very good, and I'm really looking forward to the season. I'll be up tomorrow. I'll be streaming, probably do a post game with somebody. If not, I'll make a video. Maybe I'll stream the game. It's been a while since I've done that for sure. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, peace out. Thank you for stopping by. Go watch my stand-up. If not, you might as well just unsubscribe. But don't, though, because,